Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the faculty and staff, welcome to the White Coat Ceremony for the Medical University College of Pharmacy Class of 2024. It feels a little strange being in a room full of people again. However, it's great to see all of you in person. I'm also delighted to welcome all our guests and friends and relatives participating in our live stream this afternoon. Students, the past few months have been dramatic testimony to the importance of good health care and the need for good pharmacists. Pharmacists have played a key role in the global fight against COVID and will continue to do so. Patients turn to their pharmacists for information about testing, interpreting data, education, reassurance, models of best practice, and materials for safe social interaction. Pharmacists also play a role in research. Drug discovery is critical to finding new therapies for the treatment or prevention of COVID. Eventually, and hopefully soon, we'll have the vaccine. Even the country will look to our national network of pharmacies for distribution and administration of this vaccine. If you're looking for a high-impact career, you've come to the right place. For more than 125 years, the Medical University of South Carolina has stayed on the cutting edge of healthcare education and practice, anticipating and defining the future of pharmacy profession. As a MUSC student and future graduate, you will join that family and become part of the history. Your journey for the next 4 years seems quite long from where you sit today, but ask our fourth-year students and you will hear how quickly this time will go by. And when you graduate, you will have the proud distinction of being able to say, I am an MUSC pharmacist. I wish you success and fulfillment in your career and in our great profession. At this time, I would like to call Dr. Kathy Chessman, Chair of the Department of Clinical Pharmacy and Outcome Sciences, to introduce the CPOS faculty.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm very happy to be able to represent the Department of Clinical Pharmacy and Outcome Sciences and welcome you to MUSC. Our department, as you can tell by the name, contains a lot of faculty that practice in the clinical area that will be teaching you about clinical pharmacy practice, and also faculty that practice in outcomes and looking at and researching different outcomes to see if we can improve outcomes for our patients. Some of our faculty are here, but as you realize, with the social distancing and the concerns for COVID, not everyone was able to attend. Plus, many of our faculty are on service at this time and taking care of patients in the hospitals or in the clinics, and were unable to join us today. But we're going to have a slideshow in a second to show you who those faculty are. Also, as an alumni of MUSC, I kind of remember what it felt like to be in your shoes, to be starting my first year in pharmacy school. And I'm very excited to welcome you to the ranks of the MUSC College of Pharmacy. And in 4 short years, as Dr. Hall said, it will go by like that. I'll be excited to welcome you to the ranks of our alumni. So, see if I can make this work. So I'm Kathy Chessman. I am the department chair. I'm a professor in the College of Pharmacy. As I said, graduated with a BS and a PharmD from MUSC. I did a residency at Le Bonheur Children's Medical Center in Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm a pediatric clinical pharmacy specialist. So I work with our pediatric surgeons in the hospital, and I'm also board certified in nutrition, so you'll see me in DPT in your second year, teaching fluids, electrolytes, nutrition, and then some pediatric stuff. Dr. Nicole Bohm received a PharmD degree from the University of Florida and did residencies at Duke and Utah. And she specializes in internal medicine, and you'll see her in the DPT series as well as pharmacokinetics. Dr. Scott Bragg received his PharmD from West Virginia University and completed residencies at St. Margaret's in the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center in ambulatory care. And he works with our family medicine service, our inpatient family medicine service at MUSC. And you will see him in a variety of courses as well. Dr. Christy Britton, who is here, she's over there to my right, your left, received her PharmD degree from Wilkes University and then did a residency with an emphasis in community pharmacy care at Campbell University. And her stuff would almost not fit on the slide. So you will see her in a lot of different courses, and you'll see her in a lot of different activities. Her specialty is in community pharmacy practice and in ambulatory care. Dr. Anthony DeClue received his PharmD degree from the South Carolina College of Pharmacy MUSC campus. And you will see him in the Introduction to Community Pharmacy Lab this year. So you will get him right off the bat. He specializes in community pharmacy and is our clinical pharmacist for our family medicine pharmacy that the College of Pharmacy runs. That is part of our Department of Family Medicine at the Medical University. Dr. Jolie Fermo received her PharmD degree from the University of Nebraska and did residencies in pharmacy practice and ambulatory care at Utah. She specializes in family medicine also and works as a clinical pharmacist in the ambulatory care division of MUSC Health and sees patients in the family medicine clinic. And you will also see her in the DPT series as well as clinical applications. Dr. Sandra Garner received a BS degree from Chapel Hill, and you will be able to tell that because her car tag says UNC1, if you want to know which one is hers. She received her PharmD degree from MUSC, and then she did pediatric residency and fellowship here with us at MUSC. So her specialty is pediatric pharmacy, and she's also very active in the area of pediatric medication safety. And you will see her also in the DPT series, clinical applications, and also, I believe, and also pharmacokinetics. Dr. Haney, Jason Haney, received his PharmD degree from here, MUSC, and then did PGY1 and critical care residencies at MUSC. So his practice has been in cardiac critical care. Currently, his practice is in heart failure clinic at MUSC Health, and you'll see him in DPT series. He and I co-coordinate an acute care elective, which you would see in the third year. Dr. Mark Lapointe, who is also here over there. So he received his BS in pharmacy from the Université Laval in Quebec, Canada. And then he came here for a PharmD degree. We used to have a lot of Canadians come down for their PharmD degrees. He completed a critical care residency at MUSC, and you will see him in clinical assessment lab in the P3 year, as well as DPT, medication safety, and a few other courses. And his primary area of focus has been in neurocritical care and neurosurgery neurology. Dr. Jean Nappy received her BS degree from SUNY Buffalo, the State University of New York, and her PharmD from UT Austin. And then an internal medicine residency. She also leads our residency academician preparation program for our residency program. We have a huge residency program, and we provide that service for them. Her specialty is in cardiovascular pharmacotherapy, so you see her mainly in the P2 year. Dr. Nicole Pilch received a PharmD degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison and completed her pharmacy practice and critical care residencies at MUSC. She then went to the University of Cincinnati to complete transplant fellowship and a Master's of Science in Clinical Research. So her primary practice area is in the area of transplant. She's also very involved in our quality program. So she's the Director of Quality Compliance for the transplant ICE. ICE is the term we use for the divisions that we have within the medical center. Dr. Dave Shirley, who's here over to the right, received his PharmD degree from MUSC. And then you will see him right off the bat also in calculations, compounding, and pharmacy law and ethics. His specialties are independent community pharmacy practice and compounding. Dr. James Sterrett received his BS degree from the University of South Carolina College of Pharmacy and his PharmD degree from the Medical University of South Carolina College of Pharmacy. You will see him in the Intro to Community Pharmacy Lab as well as the Applied Community Pharmacy Lab. And his practice is in community practice, ambulatory care, but he's also one of the leaders at our university in telehealth and telehealth services to different clinics around the city of Charleston. Dr. Emmeline Tran received her PharmD degree from Utah and did PGY1 and internal medicine residencies at MUSC. You will see her in the DPT series in clinical applications. Her practice is in the area of medicine at the Ralph H. Johnson VA Medical Center. So she practices 10 months out of the year at the VA. Dr. Wayne Wirt is a professor in our department. He has retired, but he still works. He got his BS degree at the University of Georgia and his PharmD at the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy. He did a residency at MUSC many, many years ago, and his specialty is everything. So he knows a little bit about everything, and he's a great resource for all of us in a lot of different areas. Dr. Erin Wida, who you have met previously, she's your class advisor for this year, received her PharmD degree from the University of New Mexico and did a first-year residency at Memorial Hermann in Houston. And then she completed a fellowship at the University of Connecticut and the Hartford Hospitals. She also directs our residency research preparation program. So she helps the residents learn how to do research and complete their research projects. And you will see her in the Outcomes Design and Assessment course. Dr. Chris Wisniewski received his PharmD degree from the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy and completed PGY1 residency at St. Thomas Hospital in Nashville and his drug information residency at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. He also completed a master's in clinical research at MUSC. As you might imagine, if he did a residency in drug information, he's our drug information specialist. So you will see him in the Intro to DI and Advanced DI courses. And he is a clinical pharmacist in the MUSC Health Drug Information Center. Dr. Jennifer Wisniewski received a PharmD degree from the University of Tennessee Health Sciences Center in Memphis. She is Chris Wisniewski's wife, and I just realized they both completed their PGY1 at St. Thomas Hospital in Nashville, so that must be where they met. And then she completed a second-year residency in critical care at the Regional Medical Center in Memphis. She is our hospital lab expert, and she coordinates the Intro to Health Systems Lab and the Applied Health Systems Lab in the P2 year. Those people are our full-time faculty in our department. We also have a number of people who have faculty appointments in our department who may have other jobs. So most of these people you've already met. So Dr. Drayton, who's the Assistant Dean for Curriculum and Assessment, is also a faculty member in our department. She completed her PharmD at the University of South Carolina and did PGY1 and 2 residencies at Johns Hopkins. Her second-year residency was in psychiatry, so her specialty is the area of psychiatry. Dr. Heather Easterling got her PharmD at MUSC. She completed a 2-year residency in health system pharmacy administration here at MUSC, and she's currently, she is a clinical associate dean in our college, but she is clinically the administrator for pharmacy services for MUSC Health, which means she's over all the pharmacy services in our system, including our sister hospitals around the state. So she is a very busy person. Dr. Hall, who you have met several times, is also in our department. So he's a professor in our department. I don't know if he told you, but he tells everybody that he got his BS degree at the University of Georgia. So people call him the big dog for that reason, because he went to Georgia. He also got a PharmD degree at MCV VCU, did a residency in oncology at the Audie Murphy VA in San Antonio, and then a fellowship in immunology and oncology and cancer immunology at, I didn't write it down, at the University of Texas, Austin. Dr. Hall is also a member of our department, and you'll see him in the clinical immunology and transplant course. Dr. Elizabeth Weed, who you may have met so far, got her PharmD degree at the South Carolina College of Pharmacy MUSC campus, did a residency in psychiatry at the Captain James A. Lovell Federal Health Care Center in North Chicago. Her specialty is in psychiatry and mind-body wellness, and she's our Director of Experiential Education, who you'll work closely with when you're planning your first IPPEs and then your APPE electives. Dr. Worrell, who you've also seen a lot in the last few weeks, received a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing from Florida State University, and then a PharmD degree from the University of Florida. She did a residency in critical care and nutrition at the University of Tennessee, Memphis. So she practiced in critical care for a long time before coming over to the college to be our Dean of Admissions and Student Affairs. Dr. John Basso is a professor emeritus. He received his BS and PharmD degrees from the State University of New York, and had been a long-term practitioner in infectious diseases. He's retired, but he does come back and teach the micro course for us every year. Dr. Mills, I included because he is an adjunct assistant professor, but he does coordinate our healthcare systems and management course for you. His specialty is supply chain, so he runs the whole supply chain for the MUSC Health Pharmacy Services. He received his PharmD degree from the Ohio State University. Dr. Nickel also is a professor emeritus. You may see, well, we used to see him around in the halls all the time. We don't get to see anybody around in the halls all the time, which is sad. But Dr. Nickel has long-term practiced in compounding, as well as he is like a go-to person for the history of pharmacy. He received a BS degree from Rutgers and a PharmD and a MS and PhD in hospital pharmacy from Iowa. He also did, in between those two things, one of the first, not the first, but in the first 10 years of hospital pharmacy residencies at MUSC. And so he's been helping out Dr. Shirley in the compounding lab? Correct. So I believe that's all of our faculty, but before I finish, I wanted to also recognize our administrative assistants who you will get to know very well during your stay here. So Kelly Teague is the administrative coordinator for our department. She's also very active in helping with OSCEs and OSLEs, and she helps Dr. Haney run grand rounds, which you would have in your 4th year. So she's like our jack of all trades. And then Nancy Vescovi is our other administrative assistant in our department who will help us out and do whatever we need to get things accomplished. So that's a big department that we have. We are very excited that you're here. We're very excited to be able to share the wealth of knowledge and experience that we have with you. So welcome to MUSC and good luck for during your first year.
I would now like to invite Dr. Pat Wooster, the chair of the Department of Drug Discovery and Biomedical Sciences, to the podium to introduce the DDBS faculty.
Hey, everybody. Excited? Good deal. Okay. I didn't print anything out, so I'm going to have to read these off the wall. So if you think I'm coming off the wall, that's what it is. So this is me. I'm the chair of Drug Discovery and Biomedical Sciences. I'm also the director of the Drug Discovery Core at MUSC, and I run the Nuclear Magnetic Resonance Core. So as you can tell, our department is heavy in research. The courses that you'll be taking from our department form the foundation of pharmacy. So many of the things that you study will be used later on in your practice, some of which you may not even know you're using, but it does form many foundations for what you'll be doing later. So I got my bachelor's degree in pharmacy from the University of Nebraska Medical Center, and in fact, I got the last one because the next year they went all PharmD, and the class after mine were PharmDs. I got my PhD also at the University of Nebraska Medical Center, and from there I did postdoctoral work, first at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in New York, and then at the University of Michigan. From there I joined the Faculty of Pharmacy at Wayne State University. I was there 25 years, and by the way, we get a lot of Canadians there too, since it's just south of us. Then I came here in 2011 and have been working here ever since. So you will see me in a number of different courses. I'm a medicinal chemist. I coordinate both COP 609 and 611, which are the two pharmaceutical chemistry courses that you'll be taking, and also pharmacogenomics. I have a special project course, and there's some other research courses, and if you have the opportunity to take part in research, you should really take advantage of that. It's a great experience for pharmacy students, and most of the people in my department are willing to take students. I also teach a couple of graduate courses in drug discovery. Dr. Peter Berger is a research assistant professor. He's a computational chemist and medicinal chemist. He got his bachelor's degree in chemical pathology at the University of Pretoria in South Africa, and then a master's in biochemistry and a PhD also in biochemistry and bioinformatics before coming here. And you will see him in the medicinal chemistry courses 609 and 611. I should have typed these larger. James, or brought something to look at. James Chow is an associate professor in our department. He's also a medicinal chemist / chemical biologist. He got his BS degree in biochemistry and also a BA in economics at the University of Washington. Following that, he went on at Washington to get his PhD in chemistry. And you will see him, he coordinates the COP 607, which is our dosage forms and drug delivery course. You'll also see him in the medicinal chemistry courses a little bit, and he teaches in the biotechnology course as well. Shireen Chan is an associate professor in pharmacology. She's an expert in mitochondrial biology and has a really interesting zebrafish colony that you really should take a look at. She got her bachelor's degree in veterinary biology from Murdoch University in Australia, and then a PhD from the University of Western Australia. And she is in the QE building. You can find her over in the older part of the College of Pharmacy. She teaches in the Foundations of Pathology first course, and also participates in the biochemistry course, which you'll take starting this week, and also in the biotechnology course. Monica Goose is an MD PhD. She's a research associate professor in the pharmacology area. She is very heavily involved in cell imaging and really manages our imaging facility, which is in the drug discovery building on the 5th floor. She got her medicine degree and also her PhD at Semmelweis University in Budapest. And following that, she came here and had various jobs before coming to MUSC. And you will see her teach a little bit in pharmaceutical biochemistry. Mark Heyman is a full professor and also an endowed chair in drug discovery. His specialty is natural products chemistry, so everything in his laboratory is green, pretty much. He got his bachelor's degree in chemistry from Bemidji State University, and then a PhD in organic chemistry from the University of Hawaii Well, you can't get two climates that are much different than that. Following that, he was at the University of Mississippi for a number of years and came here about 5 years ago. You will see him in 609 and 611, which are the med-chem courses. John LeMasters is another MD, PhD. I think John is here. He's all the way in the back, if you want to crane your heads around. John got his BA from Yale University in psychology, so he knows what you're thinking. He got his MD degree at Johns Hopkins University and also a PhD at Johns Hopkins University in cell biology. He's been here for a number of years. He is also very interested in the mitochondrial metabolism area, also very involved in imaging. He created the imaging facility that we have here, and that services the university and also the Cancer Center. And you will see him a little bit in COP 704, which is one of the pathophysiology courses. Eduardo Maldonado is a veterinarian / PhD. He got his Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, I'm not even going to try to say it, it's in Argentina in 1986. Got his PhD, I'm not going to try to say that one either, but it's also in Argentina, so he did all of his work in Argentina. We'll just leave it at that. And he has had a sort of late arrival in the career path, but he's been here, I think, about 10 years now in various capacities. So he's now an associate professor, and he coordinates our biochemistry course. So you'll see quite a bit of him starting next week. Annalisa Niemanen, I think, is also here. She's in the back. She is a pharmacologist and toxicologist. She got a bachelor's degree at the University of Turku in Finland, and a master's degree in chemistry and a PhD in biochemistry from Turku, and then from the University of Kuopio. You will see her in 615, which is the biochemistry course. She also teaches a little bit in the pathophysiology courses. Yuri Peterson is a research associate professor. He's a pharmacologist, medicinal chemist. He's sort of our utility player. Yuri does a number of different things for the college, a very talented young man. He got his bachelor's degree in molecular biology from the Salem Teikyo University, master's degree in cell and molecular pharmacology and experimental therapeutics, which fills his entire diploma. And from there, he got a PhD in pharmacology and experimental therapeutics at LSU. Yuri's been with us here for a number of years. He will be the coordinator of 607, the dosage forms course, and he also teaches in biochemistry and biotechnology. And Yuri is a good person to contact if you have issues or something you need to find out about our college. He's a good one to talk to. Ed Soltis is a professor. He got his bachelor's degree at Butler University. Ed, are you here? He got his bachelor's degree at Butler University in 1979, and then a PhD from the University of Florida. He's also been here for a number of years. So he teaches almost everything. So you will see him a lot. I'm not even going to go through the list, but Ed is the person who does a large portion of our teaching. He's an excellent teacher, and he will make you much smarter. Now that I've said that, I can't advance the slides. Danielle Townsend is an associate professor in our department. She's an expert in pharmacology, toxicology, and also in pharmacokinetics and metabolism. Her bachelor's degree is in biology and mathematics from George Mason University. Then she went on at the same university to get a master's degree in molecular genetics and a PhD at the University of Virginia in cell biology. And Danielle coordinates COP 722, which you'll take in the second year. She will also teach some in the biochemistry course. And Ji Zhang, who's also in the back. Ji is a full professor. I made a mistake. In pharmacology, toxicology. She has a very interesting research program, which you should find out about. She got her MD degree in medicine and public health at Sun Yat-sen University, a master's degree in toxicology at the same university, and then earned her PhD in nutrition at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. And she teaches in a number of different courses, primarily in the pathophysiology course, and also in the disease processes and therapeutics courses that you see listed there. So that is a summary of our department. We're a very research-intensive department, and again, I would encourage you, if you have the inclination to look into having a research experience, you can do that as an elective or under some other way. It's actually a very good experience for you, and if you want to know more about our dual degree program, feel free to shoot me an email. We have a PharmD PhD dual degree program that you have the opportunity to get involved in as well. And now, Dr. Hall.
Thank you, Dr. Chessman and Dr. Wooster.
What did you do with it? Oh, it's here.
All right. It is now my pleasure to introduce this afternoon's keynote speaker, Dr. Erica Hainsworth. After earning both her BS and PharmD from the Medical University of South Carolina, Dr. Hainsworth went on to complete a residency at the Ralph Johnson VA Medical Center. Her major interests include diabetes, hypertension, hyperlipidemia, and pharmacotherapy. A national figure in the pharmacy profession, she served multiple offices in the National Pharmaceutical Association, including president. She is a founding member of our Pharmacist Alumni Action Network and has served in many leadership roles in community organizations. You can see her complete bio in today's program. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Hainsworth.
To Dean Hall, the faculty and staff of the Medical University and MUSC's College of Pharmacy, to my former professors and now my colleagues, my family and friends who are watching out in Cyberland, and distinguished guests, good afternoon. Dean Hall, thank you for this awesome opportunity to stand before you all today to greet this group of future pharmacists. To the MUSC College of Pharmacy class of 2024, allow me to welcome you to one of the greatest experiences in your lives as you matriculate at one of the best institutions on this planet to ever produce quality healthcare professionals. How do I know that? Well, I'm one of them. I am a proud 1997 Bachelor of Science graduate of this fine institution. And I don't know if I liked it or it liked me more, but I came back and did 2 more years. Either way, I stand before you as the adult version of the skinny little black girl from the biggest little town of Holly Hill, South Carolina, which is about 45 miles west of here, to let you know that if I can make it through this curriculum, not once, but twice, then certainly you can do it too. So be proud of the decision you made in choosing this college. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. As I mentioned my humble beginnings, I wish I could say that I was always one of those people who knew that I wanted to be a pharmacist when I grew up, but I can't say that. Growing up in such a small town, my exposure to various careers in healthcare was very limited. Now, we did have a local family pharmacy, but we basically knew about 2 professions in healthcare, and that was either a doctor or a nurse. And neither one of those were that appealing to me. So I knew I liked healthcare and science, chemistry in particular. So I took a lot of science classes until I could decide what I wanted to be when I grew up. It wasn't until one day during my sophomore year at Charleston Southern University when I walked into the career placement office and sat down and really figured out what was a good fit for me with the classes that I'd already taken. And that's when I stumbled onto pharmacy. It just so happened that my organic chemistry professor was best buddies with Mr. Joseph Hodge. Mr. Hodge was the assistant dean at the college at the time, so they arranged for me to come and sit down and talk with him prior to me even applying to pharmacy school. And it had to be divine intervention that led me there. Because if there was anybody in this world that could give me insight into the decision I was about to make, it had to be Joe Hodge. And all of us who have come through the College of Pharmacy, if you knew Joe Hodge, you knew that Joe Hodge did every pharmacy job known to man. So during my time in pharmacy school, I participated in numerous on and off-campus activities. Yes, I had some fun. And served on various committees in various organizations, including the president of the Student National Pharmaceutical Association. Unbeknownst to me, I would later go on to serve in other leadership roles and eventually became the president of the national organization. So what is the life of a pharmacy student like? One word: challenging. But you will learn that in life, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you, and that change should be for the better. You also learn very quickly that being a professional student is very different from being just a regular college student. Not meaning to scare you, but just to be real with you, pharmacy school is a very serious undertaking. I know for a fact that MUSC chooses high caliber students for its curriculum, so it's certainly an honor for them to choose you, just as it is an honor that you chose MUSC. Now, you will have some good days, you'll have some bad days. You'll have a day that you may come downtown and you're wearing your jeans and your flip-flops, and it's high tide. No rain, just high tide. You get out your car and you're on your way, you got to wade through this knee-deep water, and you drop all the contents of your bag in the water just to get to class late and learn that you missed it because they got out early and now you want to scream. I wish I could tell you it gets better, but it doesn't. You get better because you learn that a pair of galoshes will take you a long way in downtown Charleston. So look at the person, do me a favor, look at the person to the right of you. Look at the person to the left of you. Look at the person behind you. And look at the person in front of you. These are the people that will become your family for the next 4 years. You will form some formidable bonds with these people that will last a lifetime. Some of you will even meet your spouses here. But as with all families, you will laugh together, you'll cry together, you'll sing together, you'll dance together, you will enjoy each other, and you will quarrel with each other. But families stick together, and I implore you to do the same. There will be some late night and early morning cram sessions. There will be some burning the midnight oil study sessions, but you're all in it to win it. When you see one of your family members being discouraged or falling by the wayside, take the time to encourage them. You never know what your sincerity and thoughtfulness can do for someone in their time of despair. A healthy attitude is contagious, but don't wait to catch it from others. Be the carrier. So after pharmacy school, I went on to complete my residency training in ambulatory care at the Ralph H. Johnson VA Medical Center, where I'm still currently employed. Pharmacy continues to be a well-rounded profession that blends science, healthcare, patient contact, computer technology, and business. We play a vital role in improving patient care through medicine and expert medical information that we provide. We have been consistently ranked as one of the most highly trusted professions because of the care and service that we provide. Now, many of you are here thinking that I know exactly what kind of pharmacist I want to be when I'm done. Well, some of you are here because you've been inspired by another pharmacist or mentor at some point along the way, and that's great. I cannot underestimate the importance of having a great mentor, and we do have a mentorship program here available for you. But as you navigate through the anxious days and sleepless nights of your pharmacy school experience, take the time to explore your options. If it doesn't excite you, it's probably not right for you. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. Whether it's in biotechnology research, industry, policy, drug information, ambulatory care, critical care, oncology, pain management, I can go on and on. Just remember that somewhere at the end of every decision you make as a pharmacist is a patient. Make a pledge to let no one ever come to you without leaving better and happier. Know that the road ahead of you has been paved and is still being paved by pharmacy advocates from all across this country, but there's still work to be done. Achieving provider status is about giving patients access to the valuable care that we provide. We are the most accessible healthcare professional and continue to be one of the most trusted professions in polls that are taken year after year. 43 states now allow pharmacists to prescribe drugs for minor health problems and ailments which don't require a diagnosis. Although pharmacists are recognized as healthcare providers by state law in at least 37 states, we are the only healthcare professionals involved in disease state management and patient care who do not have full provider status at the federal level. We are still on a mission to recognize pharmacists nationwide as providers and to be compensated accordingly. Wouldn't it be awesome if a member of this class of 2024 name is on that federal bill? Imagine that. Think more. Well, life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. And we're counting on you to be that champion for change. No one could have ever predicted that in 2020, we will be in the midst of not one, but two pandemics, COVID-19 and racial inequality, both of which have some parallelisms. Both have accounted for more American deaths than the last 3 wars combined. Both require us to be more aware of others and the impact that our interactions have on each other. Neither has a vaccine yet, but both are preventable. In the medical field, we are certainly more accustomed to treating epidemics, but here we are in the era where these pandemics have revolutionized every facet of our lives, including everything from simple tasks as washing our hands to how we now practice medicine virtually. The pandemic has also served as a worldwide platform to emphasize health disparities and how they impact communities of color. As healthcare workers, we have to present a united front in recognizing racism as a public health issue, and it should not be in our healthcare arenas. So whether you're standing behind a pharmacy counter or rounding on the ward, everybody should be entitled to health equity. And I'm ecstatic to know that MUSC's College of Pharmacy is facing these pandemics head on. As you've learned, I stand before you as one of the inaugural members of the Pharmacist Alumni Action Network that was created as a resource to provide leadership and support in addressing social injustice. So here you are, coming in and facing these challenges as you prepare to start your pharmacy career. I'm going to tell you, we seasoned pharmacists are dependent on you to make sure we make it through this season of uncertainty. I can call out some items like maybe things that you've never had to deal with, like a rotary dial phone, maybe an Etch-a-Sketch. They're looking at me funny. A pencil sharpener. They don't know anything about that. Let's get this. Maybe a black and white TV. Oh, that's way too far. Okay. But anyway, that's the age I grew up in. So just as you are in awe of all those nostalgic items, we seasoned pharmacists are in awe of all the things we can do with all this technology and that we now cannot live without. You guys are amazing. But we are making progress, and a little progress each day adds up to big results. Your success in this program will not be an accident. It will be the result of hard work, perseverance, learning from your mistakes, studying, and making sacrifices. In the words of Nelson Mandela, you never lose. You either win or you learn. Some days you might think, what if I fall? But what about this? What if you fly? Soar and do more. You got this. Trust the timing of your life. This is your season, and you are here for a reason. Every day is a good day to have a good day. Have faith over fear. Train your mind to see the good in every situation. The things you do for yourself are gone when you're gone, but the things you do for others remain as your legacy. So I challenge this class of 2024 to do more than just walk the halls of this campus when you graduate, and move on. I challenge you to leave behind an indelible mark, a legacy for those that are coming behind you. I want you to leave more than a legacy of excellence, perseverance, and accomplishment. We've done that. You see, you've met all the faculty. When we look back some 100 years from now, I want it to be said that the Medical University College of Pharmacy class of 2024 did more. They had more ambassadors that were advocates for health equity for all, regardless of race, creed, sexual orientation, gender, or age. They had more pharmacists making those policy decisions versus having others make those decisions for us when we were on the menu but not at the table. They did more to combat the opioid epidemic, educating the public and conducting cutting-edge research on pain and addiction. They did more scientific discoveries and not only treated cancer, but found a cure for cancer. The class of 2024 did more, and that more made a difference. So I will leave you today with this quote from Winston Churchill. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And each of you have chosen a life of service. Service to the communities in which you serve, service to the patients who depend on you every day to make the right decision, and service to all mankind. So allow the best you to show up and show out as you move 2024 forward. Thank you. God bless each of you, and I look forward to seeing more in 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hainsworth, for providing the class with an excellent introduction to pharmacy and the profession they're entering. We are honored to have you here with us this afternoon, and on behalf of the college, I would like to give you a small token of our appreciation. I would now like to call to the podium Dr. Aaron Wida, the class of 2024 faculty advisor, to discuss the symbolism of the white coat.
Hi, everyone. As Dr. Hall mentioned, I'm your faculty advisor, so very much looking forward to getting to know all of you more in the next 4 years. I'm going to talk about what the white coat represents now. So colleges of pharmacy have been doing white coat ceremonies since about the mid-1990s, and today really all colleges of pharmacy have these ceremonies to welcome and recognize their incoming class. The white coat represents some important things to your patients. First of all, it represents your membership in the practice of pharmacy. So you're now going to be recognized as a member of this trusted profession. Your colleagues and your patients are going to trust you really because of the trail that previous pharmacists have blazed for you. And it's your responsibility to maintain that trust. Second, it signifies your pledge to maintain the highest academic and scientific standards. Medicine is always advancing, and as a pharmacist, you're going to have to be a lifelong learner. Third, it symbolizes an immense responsibility to maintain high ethical standards as a leader. You should always prioritize your patients' needs before your own. Our job is to serve the public, our patients, and our healthcare colleagues. May it be a symbol to you as well. Being a pharmacist starts today, and although you may not shoulder all the responsibilities of a pharmacist just yet, your journey begins today. Today you begin learning, making mistakes, and growing. So be thankful and humbled to be a part of this highly respected profession. Each time you put on your white coat, remember what an honor and responsibility it is to be trusted with the health care of others. I hope you can all reflect on the significance of this step today and the commitment to yourself and the profession. Your white coat should serve as a symbol of that commitment and the contributions you're going to make to helping people live a healthier life. Welcome to the profession, and we wish you much success. Now I'd like to call Rory Thomas to the podium. He is in the class of 2022, and he's the College of Pharmacy Vice President for the Honor Council.
Thank you, Dr. Wida. Class of 2024. Today you will be getting your white coats this afternoon, and as you do that, you will be signing the Pharmacist Code of Ethics. This is a very important tradition that we have at MUSC and in the pharmacy colleges across the United States. The Pharmacist Code of Ethics dates to 1848, when the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy established the first code. As the practice of pharmacy has evolved throughout the years, Philadelphia College of Pharmacy established the first code. As the practice of pharmacy has evolved throughout the years, the American Pharmacists Association has published several renditions of the code. The current Pharmacist Code of Ethics was established in 1994 and is printed in your program. It reads, "Pharmacists are health professionals who assist individuals in making the best use of medications. This code, prepared and supported by pharmacists, is intended to state publicly the principles that form the fundamental basis of the roles and responsibilities of pharmacists. These principles, based on moral obligations and virtues, are established to guide pharmacists in relationships with patients, health professionals, and society. A pharmacist respects the covenantal relationship between the patient and pharmacist. A pharmacist promotes the good of every patient in a caring, compassionate, and confidential manner. A pharmacist respects the autonomy and dignity of each patient. A pharmacist acts with honesty and integrity in professional relationships. A pharmacist maintains professional competence. A pharmacist respects the values and abilities of colleagues and other health professionals. A pharmacist serves individual, community, and societal needs. And a pharmacist seeks justice in the distribution of health resources. In a few moments, you will sign the Pharmacist Code of Ethics before donning your white coat. As you do this, reflect on all the hard work and dedication that brought you to this point, and which will carry you through your next 4 years of pharmacy school. Reflect on those who came before you and the responsibility that comes with the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Remember both the MUSC Honor Code that you have already signed and the Pharmacist Code of Ethics that you are about to sign are not merely words. They are codes of integrity, principles, and professionalism. Allow these two important codes to define your behavior as students and as pharmacists. I look forward to meeting each of you as you officially join us at the College of Pharmacy. Now I invite Drs. Hall, and Dr. Worrell now, forward to do the presentation for the white coats.
Good afternoon, everyone. When I call your name, please come forward to sign the Code of Ethics and then proceed to center stage to don your white coat. Lauren Adams. Lauren is from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and went to the University of Virginia. Ashley Atkins. Ashley is from Charleston, South Carolina, and went to Anderson University. Ahmed Alford. Ahmed is from Charleston, South Carolina, and went to the United States Naval Academy. Alexandra Almodovar. Alexandra is from Ocala, Florida, and went to the University of Maryland and Trident Technical College. Jennifer Bailey. Jennifer is from North Charleston, South Carolina, and went to the University of South Carolina, Beaufort. Laura Baker. Laura is from Liberty, South Carolina, and went to Tri-County Technical College. Cassidy Bates. Cassidy is from Somerville, South Carolina, and attended the College of Charleston. Dallin Billow. Dallin is from Rancho Cucamonga, California, and attended Utah State University and Central Piedmont Community College. Kristen Bordner. Kristen is from Charleston, South Carolina, and attended the College of Charleston and Trident Technical College. Samantha Bryce. Samantha is from Greenville, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Victoria Brooks. Victoria is from Hunterville, North Carolina, and went to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Kayla Brown. Kayla is from Hilton Head, South Carolina, and went to South Carolina State University. Emily Bird. Emily is from Sumter, South Carolina, and attended the University of South Carolina, Sumter. Amber Carter. Amber is from North Charleston, South Carolina, and attended Edward Waters College in Jacksonville, Florida, and Trident Tech. Ashton Coker. Ashton is from Charleston, South Carolina, and attended Converse College. Philip Cornelius. Philip is from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and attended Ferris State University. Elizabeth Cox. Elizabeth is from Derry, New Hampshire, and attended Coastal Carolina University. Chelsea D'Amico. Chelsea is from Summerville, South Carolina, and attended Trident Technical College. Aaron Doherty. Aaron is from Annapolis, Maryland, and attended James Madison University. Michaela Ducker. Michaela is from Lexington, South Carolina, and attended the University of South Carolina, Columbia. Gray Duke. Gray is from Manning, South Carolina, and attended the College of Charleston. Madison Lechner. Madison is from Rock Hill, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Genevieve Clavia. Genevieve is from Latson, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Suhaila Farouk. Suhaila is from Liberty, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Kendall Ferrara. Kendall is from Florence, South Carolina, and attended the College of Charleston. Taylor Fuox. Taylor is from Charleston, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Abigail Fryer. Abigail is from Hartwell, Georgia, and attended Clemson University. Alexis Gadsden. Alexis is from Ridgeland, South Carolina, and she attended the University of South Carolina, Beaufort. Andrew Galasio. Andrew is from Kennel Lawn, New Jersey, and attended Ramapo College, and County College of Morris. Mia Gottschalk. Mia is from Spartanburg, South Carolina, and attended Converse College. Lila Grace Handline. Lila Grace is from Charlotte, North Carolina, and attended College of Charleston. Branday Hardy. Branday is from Bolivia, North Carolina, and attended East Carolina University and Campbell University. Chad Harrell. Chad is from Charleston, South Carolina, and attended the University of South Carolina, Columbia. Ashley Holloway. Ashley is from Bel Air, Maryland, and attended Salisbury University. Dakota James. Dakota is from Charleston, South Carolina, and attended Trident Technical College. Jonathan Johnson. Jonathan is from Central South Carolina and attended the Citadel. Bethany Kaiser. Bethany is from Germantown, New York, and attended Dominican College of Blauvelt. Mahilani Konakoa. Mahilani is from Surfside Beach, South Carolina, and attended Coastal Carolina University. Andrew Lachenstein. Andrew is from Fort Mill, South Carolina, and attended the University of South Carolina, Lancaster. Arden Leslie. Next is Madison Lecter. Madison is from Rock Hill, South Carolina, and went to Clemson University. Arden Leslie. Arden is from Hartsville, South Carolina, and went to Francis Marion University. Next is Brenda Maldonado Yenis. She's from Bluffton, South Carolina. and she did her undergrad at University of South Carolina, Beaufort. William McDonald. William is from Goose Creek, South Carolina, and attended the University of South Carolina, Columbia. Eltiana Mitchell. Eltiana is from Elgin, South Carolina, and attended Charleston Southern University. Lewis Nelson. Lewis is from the Isle of Palms and went to College of Charleston. Casey O'Quinn. Casey is from Charleston, South Carolina, and attended the University of North Carolina, Pembroke. Dana Olheiser. Dana is from Moncks Corner, South Carolina, and attended Utah State University. Alexandra Otto. Alexandra is from Boca Raton, Florida, and attended Florida Gulf Coast University. Simran Patel. Simran is from Dayton, Ohio, and attended Nova Southeastern University. Maggie Polio. Maggie is from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Annette Paxton. Annette is from Summerville, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Kendall Peckham. Kendall is from Sumter, South Carolina, and attended University of South Carolina, Sumter. Kathleen Polkowski. Kathleen is from Montville, New Jersey, and attended the University of Hawaii, Hilo. Caroline Paluda. Caroline is from Summerville, South Carolina, and attended Charleston Southern University. Jacob Powell. Jacob is from Statesville, North Carolina, and attended Furman University. Caitlin Price. Caitlin is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Madison Price. Madison is from Saluda, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Jacob Pritchard. Jacob is from Santa Ynez, California, and attended the University of California, Davis. Devondra Ramsey. Devondra is from Stanley, North Carolina, and attended Elizabeth City State University. Neely Reagan. Neely is from Greenwood, South Carolina, and attended Coker University. Seth Rumbelt. Seth is from Summerville, South Carolina, and attended Trident Technical College. Jacob Smith. Jacob is from Greer, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Jennifer Smith. Jennifer is from Lexington, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Julia Smoke. Julia is from St. George, South Carolina, and attended Clemson University. Katie Wallace. Katie is from Salt Lake City, Utah, and attended Clemson University. Hannah Walton. Hannah is from Big Canoe, Georgia, and attended Georgia Southern University. Zachary Watkins. Zachary is from Creedmoor, North Carolina, and went to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Charlene Watson. Charlene is from Albany, Georgia, and attended Albany State University. Thaya Wilm. Thaya is from Yangon, Myanmar, and she attended Trident Technical College, Olympic College, and City College of San Francisco. Sarah Wilson. Sarah is from Piedmont, South Carolina, and attended Furman University. Anna Wolf. Anna is from Surfside Beach, South Carolina, and attended the College of Charleston. Brenda, I apologize for earlier. Your name is under the Y's instead of the M's, so that's why it was a little out of order. Savannah Young. Savannah is from Bluffton, South Carolina, and went to the University of South Carolina, Columbia. Angeliki Zakopoulos. Angeliki is from Charleston, South Carolina, and she attended Clemson University. Michael Zhang. Michael is from Sumter, South Carolina, and he attended the University of South Carolina, Columbia. Students, please rise. Please join me in welcoming the class of 2024 Medical University of South Carolina College of Pharmacy. Students, please remain standing. Dr. Weeda will now lead you in the Pledge of Professionalism.
Everyone. So this pledge can be found in your program, and at this time I'd also like to invite any pharmacists here, as well as those watching the video, to stand as well as we recite this pledge. Students, if you could turn around and face the back so you're facing the camera, and raise your right hand as we recite this together. As a student of pharmacy, I believe there is a need to build and reinforce a professional identity founded on integrity, ethical behavior, and honor. This development, a vital process in my education, will help ensure that I am true to the professional relationship I establish between myself and society as I become a member of the pharmacy community. Integrity must be an essential part of my everyday life, and I must practice pharmacy with honesty and commitment to service. To accomplish this goal of professional development, I, as a student of pharmacy, should develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the profession of pharmacy by being a builder of community, one able and willing to contribute to the well-being of others, and one who enthusiastically accepts the responsibility and accountability for membership in the profession. Foster professional competency through lifelong learning. I must strive for high ideals, teamwork, and unity within the profession in order to provide optimal patient care. Support my colleagues by actively encouraging personal commitment of the oath of Maimonides and a code of ethics as set forth by the profession. Incorporate into my life and practice dedication to excellence. This will require an ongoing reassessment of personal and professional values. Maintain the highest ideals and professional attributes to ensure and facilitate the conventional relationship required of the pharmaceutical caregiver. The profession of pharmacy is one that it demands adherence to a set of rigid ethical standards. These high ideals are necessary to ensure the quality of care extended to the patient I serve. As a student of pharmacy, I believe this does not start with graduation. Rather, it begins with my membership in the professional college community. Therefore, I must strive to uphold these standards as I advance towards full membership in the profession of pharmacy. Great, you may be seated at this time, and I'd like to invite Dr. Hall to the podium again for the closing remarks.
This concludes the class of 2024 White Coat Ceremony. I want to thank the families, faculty, and staff and friends who participated in today's ceremony via our live stream. The recording link from today's program will be shared with the students next week. As you leave today, there is an MUSC College of Pharmacy ice sculpture outside if it hasn't melted or the rain didn't take it away. Where you can take a photo. Please observe social distancing while standing in line and wear a mask until the photographer is ready to take your picture. Again, congratulations, class of 2024. We look forward to seeing you in class this next week. Have a great afternoon, everyone, and a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.